Robbie, we have our poddy. Woo!
We do. You've done a good job. It's taken some time, but you've done a great job.
I've been setting up for the last couple of hours.
You've done a good job, mate. It's really nice. We've been talking about doing this for a while, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So the plan was, and we said this before, because we started coming together around, October time?
About October time, yeah.
And the plan was, let's focus on something together. We've got such great skills. We've been friends for fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
So now may be the right time for us to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worked out good timing, obviously, me leaving Bali. And you come out to Bali, we're thinking about going to Canada, got the visa, and obviously I'm a citizen here, so it's kind of easy to tie up, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I think it was just destiny for me, because I went on the ayahuasca retreat in November, and then obviously we were starting to work together anyway, and I was like, let me go on the ayahuasca retreat and let me come back. And when I was on the ayahuasca retreat, she essentially said, you need to go to Canada, you need to do this with Robbie, you need to do that. I was like, fair play, all right.
The thing is, I remember saying to you, I was like, we started with the AI business, and then you did the ayahuasca. I was like, I wonder if the ayahuasca might turn me to do something different. But
but mate, that's the risk I was willing to take. And it was so funny that I've gone in there with, what do I do with life? How do I do it? Is this the right thing to do? Mm-hmm. And it was like, yeah, that's the thing you need to do. Yeah. Go for it. So me so far, I landed in Canada a couple of weeks ago.
2 weeks Sunday. So yeah, 2.5
wow.
weeks. Yeah, goes quick, doesn't it?
It really does, man. And we are in the basement of the place that we're staying in, and this is our podcast setup. And I think what this be an awesome thing to do is document our journey.
Yeah,
sit down and be real. I think about what the experience is like building this business up from the ground.
Yeah, well, that's more natural to you. That's not something I'm used to doing. Is documenting. So.
Absolutely.
We shall see how we get on.
I think you getting on content is definitely out of the comfort zone, which is great. Because for me, this is just like, I love making content that people can watch and enjoy. So the main focus, I think, for me is to really, like, this first one is to get us grounded. Like, who are we? Where are we? And then let's just keep the progress going and see where we get at to. So I think for yourself, obviously, you're quite, well, I'm new to my channel. Everyone's new to seeing you on the channel as well. So it's like, what is the past for you? So we get a good insight of who Rob is.
So yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm Rob. Like a little pitch.
Yeah.
Nah. So yeah. From Southampton, obviously. Grew up and went to school with you. Known you a long time. We actually, where was it? We met in Australia as well, didn't we?
Yeah. So I went travelling about 2013, and then I remember bumping into you. I think it was Sydney.
I think it was Byron Bay.
Byron Bay, but then there was a bit in Sydney.
Maybe.
No, that was some other people. Okay, so it was Byron Bay, because we went out for a good night out, and there's a picture of us somewhere in the ether.
There is. We look good and we look young.
Although, like, mate, hair's looking good for you.
Always back to the hair.
Yeah, mate, it is.
So yeah, I left Southampton 2013. I've just been living all over. Traveling. First went to America. We traveled 30 states or so in the US. Then went to New Zealand, then Australia for a few months each, just traveling. Didn't do any work for like the first year, just traveled. And then went back to Queenstown, New Zealand. Great place. Lovely place, Bali. And worked there for a year, bar jobs, sound and audio visual.
But that's the thing, it's from what you were telling me is you didn't really start the entrepreneurial journey until when?
27, 28?
2007.
No, I was 27.
Oh, when you were 27
years old, yeah. No, probably, yeah, I guess, I don't know what year, when I was 28, so.
Yeah, okay. So
six years ago.
So what was because you're in the 9 to 5, and all of us that have come from being in the 9 to 5 and becoming an entrepreneur, there's this little piece of us that's suddenly like, I know I can do something bigger, I know I can do something better. And then you pull the trigger and you're like, I'm in it now.
Yeah, I think my journey was a little bit different actually, because I had a job working in a factory at Ford in Southampton, like a maintenance engineer, fixing things, technician. It was fine. And then they were closing down. They said, you can move to Wales or you can take redundancy. And I was like, sweet, I'll take the redundancy and I'll go figure out what I want to do with my life. So I'd never really felt I was properly in the 9 till 5. I did it for a little while, even though morning shift, but I kind of got bar jobs and like little jobs that basically I was just getting enough money to survive where I was and just living out, the way that I lived with no thought in the future. And then after doing lots of different jobs and seeing how people run businesses, and I think there's two main versions of entrepreneurs. That's being pulled to be an entrepreneur or being pushed from not liking your job, not liking your bosses, not liking how things are done, or not being in control of, your dreams. And that was me. I didn't like being told what to do. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure something out. And then just slowly just started building online businesses, and had some successes, had some failures, and now on to this one.
So what's the part where you decided I'm going to pull that trigger and go into fully entrepreneurship and move away from being an employee? Because there is that.
There is
being in whether you say it's a 9 to 5, whatever. Whatever
yeah,
hours you
employed.
work. When you were employed, you have this drug in you. It's very much like, I know I'm going to get paid. I do this work, I get paid, and that is the cycle that you're in. And it's quite hard,
of course,
to get off of that IV drip of give me a consistent paycheck.
Sure. Well, the main time was when we got our permanent residency or citizenship. Our permanent residency in Canada, me and Nick, my girlfriend, were just like, okay, we need to figure out something online. How we're going to work for ourselves, what we're going to do. And I'd been dabbling with some web stuff. And Nick's really good with paperwork. She's organised. She did our permanent residency and helped a few people out as well who needed help. And we just both decided she'll learn the immigration, I'll learn the web stuff. And that's how the first business started. I did all the lead generation. She does actually, the immigration side of things, and it worked really well. So we were just like, we need to go online. What can we do to figure that out? And we just both chose two options and just dive straight in. And
So she went down the immigration route. You went down, I'm going to build websites or SEO, that kind of focus.
Web design, websites, basically all the organic side of things for building, a website.
Okay, so you got
getting leads. All of our leads are all, we don't pay for any marketing. It's just all SEO. So it went really well. So she started studying. I went in and then built like a web design agency, and had some websites through there. Did pretty well there. But then when Nick was ready to go all in on the immigration business, because you have to get qualified for a year, I transitioned full time into immigration, and then we scaled that basically. Mainly from the start, it just started off with organics, and then moved into some paid, mainly Google ads. So
paid Google ads. Okay. So then, whereabouts do you kind of start deciding? Because you've done a couple of other business ventures before we've kind of come to this point in time. So you've done the website, the SEO, you've done the immigration business, and then there was a bit of a transition, not transition, but I remember you reaching out to me and said, look, I want to learn a new skill, I want to do something different. And that's when you opened up the e-commerce door. And then talk me through that route.
I think the e-commerce side of things, I was just interested in having that in the skill set too. So I think building online businesses, you need to you don't need to be an expert in every area, but you need to at least know what's happening, and then how you can track people that come in and work for you, and actually get a good grasp of every part of your business, instead of, you obviously stay in your lane and bring people in that are better than you at what they do. But in general, you still need to have a grasp. And me learning the dropshipping, which did actually go surprisingly really well.
Very well, mate. Yeah. The thing is, it's very unheard of that your first product that you do in dropshipping is the thing that bangs. But fair play to you. You did the work, you got the research, you put the product out, and then it was an immediate like.
It was
we've
cool.
Got something here.
It was actually really cool. It's such a shame that it would have gone even better if I kept just getting profiles banned.
Yeah. Facebook is a minefield, obviously, from my e-commerce experience and been in the game for a long time. It is just a minefield. So but you did well. I mean, like,
it went super well.
Super bloody well.
Yeah. And then had another e-commerce product, and that just wasn't the right fit for me. And then just was like, I need to start something new. Nick didn't want me to scale her business anymore, which is totally fair. We were scaling it. She's the immigration consultant and feels that, totally fair. She it's her name and she wants it done right. So her bringing in, more employees and it's too much stress to it's a business there where it has to be done right.
Yep.
And it's people's lives. It's not, it's people's lives. And if it's not done right, so Nick, has high standards. So there's other ways that we can scale it. So we're just she's in a happy place with that business right now. And then it just gave me free reign to go, right, I want to go start a new business.
Yep.
I got this experience in, lots of things. And went through a list of many things of what I could start and what I can build and what I can scale. And it all kept coming back to AI.
Okay, interesting.
But because everything you can start, it's like, well, realistically, that could be taken up by AI. That could be taken. So it just came to that answer, really. And then I think that agency model is amazing.
What, the AI agency model?
Yeah. But in general, a lot of people slag off that agency model. But if it's done right and it's done with the right people, it can be super scalable, and you can charge a lot because you can do a good job. You can actually get into a business and then everyone's a winner. And you've got more agency experience than me. You like going on camera. I don't.
Yeah.
And it's just not my thing. And I'm happy being in the shadows.
Yep.
And you're more of a front man. And I was like, went through the list of, who would I like to work with on the next. It's not even the next project. This is the project. There's no after this. This is a long-term project because it's easy to switch between things.
It is. It's easy to get the shiny penny syndrome because I was doing it as well. And 2025 for me was the year of sitting down, kind of like you've done, and said, what is it that I'm actually really interested in and super passionate about? What's the thing that I want to do? And last year for me was figuring that thing out. And it just so happened that you gave me that call. And I thought, do you know what? It's so funny you've given me this call because I see in the marketing agency that AI definitely is having a massive impact. And the problem that you have with the marketing agency is generally that you get a lot of cowboys. And I've had it before where clients have left and they've wanted to try and find it cheaper. And then what happens is they come back and they're burned and they've been through one or two agencies that just absolutely just left them in the lurch because they just screwed them because they don't know what they're doing, or maybe they weren't right for that brand or that fit. And then they've come back and they're like, right, cool, this is how we get it right. And you have to kind of put everything back together. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's a cowboy game that I've seen in the agency space. Yeah. It's just a shame.
But if you can make a good product and the onboarding's good and you can, it's a repeatable actions, and you can actually make such a big difference to businesses. You can actually get in there, get a grasp of what's going on. And so I've kind of always been interested in that agency model. Yeah. I knew you had experience in it. I was like, sweet, Adam's let's jump on a call and have a conversation.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing at the moment I'm noticing, again, it's kind of like when the marketing agency space started being a bubble and blowing up and going through that, was you got a lot of people selling a course, barely knowing how to do it, and then they'd go and take on clients and then they'd burn the clients. And I'm seeing that again in the AI space. But what I like about our approach is we've both had successful businesses. Now, let's bring all that knowledge and experience into that and be able to provide the client a good experience, a good result.
Of course.
And making sure that we understand their requirements and how they work with it and how they want that solution to be. And we've already taken on a couple of projects that were fantastic.
Yeah, they've gone really well, actually. They've gone super well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been great. It's been great having you out here in Canada and start working on this. So, how you finding being out here?
Mate, Canada is beautiful. That is the big difference. I've just come from the UK. It's not that the UK isn't beautiful. Obviously, it's got some lovely sights and lovely things to do.
Western Shore, yeah.
But I think the main difference is the space that you get here is a lot bigger. Obviously, it comes with its cold. When I got here, it was minus 31, and I've never experienced minus 31 in my life. And the snow falls, and it's like that thick, and you have to have a 4-wheel drive to get through it.
Wait a minute, but what car are you looking at today?
I'm looking at a Ford Fiesta. Yeah, I appreciate it's a 2-wheel drive, but from my research, I have gone through. See, for me, I'm very probably at some points over meticulous, but that's the way that I like to operate. It's right. Let's do the full research of the landscape. What are the good types of cars to get? What's the right mileage? So for me, I've pretty much looked through anything that's available.
Yeah,
and then I've gone. So what I like about your decision making when it comes to a car is you went to look at one on Facebook Marketplace. The guy doesn't turn up, so you go straight over to the car dealership, and they're like, "This car," and you're like, "Yeah, fine."
That's exactly what happened. I just don't like wasting time. I thought I'll go the private route. I'll go. Let's just go look at one.
Yep.
And I went and look at one, and I turn up and he's just not there. So I wait 10 minutes. And to me, to be honest, the fact that he's late, I probably wasn't even going to buy it anyway because I can't trust him.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
Because I said we'll turn up this time. I looked at it; it was dirty. I was like, okay. I mean, I got back home, and I said to Nick, "Let's just go look at the dealership." I don't want to. Thing is, it's a little bit different because you can use our car.
Yep.
And you can come around with us, but we are renting a car. So I was just like, I'm gonna go get out the cash.
Yeah.
I went straight to the dealer, looked at one car, and then bought it straight away.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just can't be asked.
But I love that. And I think that's what makes us two such a great dynamic is that you just want to bulldoze in and fucking get it done. And I'm there like, right, let's look at the lay of the landscape. Let's how does this work? And then for me, like the car, I'm very interested to see how that kind of goes. But super interesting what's out here. It's just such a different world to the UK.
It is.
UK, man. Like the culture's way different. The people are nicer straight away. And I've actually seen the sun more than I probably have.
Yeah. That's what I think I said to you before you come out. Most people, when you say that, go, "You're crazy." But would you agree now, a -10 day after a snowfall, bluebird day, amazing.
We got so lucky because it snowed heavy. And then you were saying to me, we'll wait till the weather's good and then we'll go to Banff. And then it was that bluebird day you spoke about, and it was just...
It makes a difference.
We were driving in, and I'm there like with my phone, and you're saying, "Adam, like, what you doing?" I'm like, wow. Obviously for me, you've been here what, 6 years or so?
I've been 7 or 8 years.
7 or 8 years. Okay. For me, it's like all brand new. Yeah. For you, it's probably like
no, but a bluebird day.
Oh, brilliant!
I'm as excited as you.
Yeah,
they are nice, but when they come around, you've got to enjoy them.
Yeah.
So, no rain, which is nice. Just too cold to rain, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so to give obviously people that know me great, but those that may not, background for me. So I was in the 9 to 5 20 until probably about 2021. So my entrepreneur journey has been about five years or so, but I was in this point where it was very much like I knew I was always destined for something better. I remember this time I was like, it was COVID. It started, so COVID actually gave me a really good opportunity to learn. I remember I was sitting playing my PlayStation. I was talking to the PlayStation friends, and I was going to the gym, I was working out, I was looking incredible, and I was kind of like, I'm so disciplined here. And then when I got in or finished work, I just play on the PlayStation for 5 hours. And I thought, I keep talking about running a business. Yeah. If I sit here, there's that rule. You are the product of the 5 people that you hang around. And I thought, if I sit here and just play this PlayStation all night, in 2 years, I'm saying I want to run a business, I won't be running the business if I'm doing this. You can't do both. You need to like change your situation. So that's when I just buckled down and I learned different skills. So I did my PT level 3, learned Amazon dropshipping, learned some dropshipping as well that's different from that one, and then the marketing. And I started doing all 3, trying to find clients for them, and the one that made the money, which is the marketing, started to work. And I remember I got to this point where I don't like being told what to do either. So in a 9 to 5, when you've got a manager that's saying, do this, do that, you're just thinking, oh, mate, I don't even want to be here. Why? Someone telling you something, you're thinking, nah, I'm not having this. And I remember I just thought, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pack up and go.
What was that last job?
Well, it was actually in in-house recruitment. So my role was to pretty much call people up all day. So I'd done hundreds of interviews, hundreds of telephone interviews. So I think that for me is quite a benefit with understanding people. Like, I understand people anyway, but doing that really allowed me to, I suppose, understand people a lot more.
Yeah.
Because when you're having to figure out, is this person going to be a right fit for culture and ability?
Yeah.
It gives you a good fit when you're talking to people and sussing them out.
I think that and sales is so it's so good.
Absolutely. I
think sales and jumping on calls with people is probably one of the best skills you can have.
Absolutely.
Going into being an entrepreneur, sales is the key.
Well, you got to drive a business.
That's really sales first, everything else after.
Exactly.
If you can't get sales, then you're
in trouble
struggle
with business, man. So then I actually went for a small piece of, somebody was like, oh, come on board with me and do some bits. Yeah, so I actually had a 2-month kind of stint where I was like the marketing, head of the marketing for this program where you'd teach kids how to, I say kids, it's like young 20-year-olds, how to be an entrepreneur. Oh. So it was going through there, and we built this full program, how you do it. And then finally, like, can we get to this end of this? We've made this course, and I said, guys, it was me and 2 others, and I said to them, this is the way we're going to scale this. I said, we're going to put this into a course, we'll sell it for $499, and I'll figure it out. I'll do the marketing.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, what do you think the percentage split was going to be? And I was thinking, wow, 33%. I'm going to put all that work in.
Yeah.
Them two, obviously, they were more experienced in business than me. I've never ran a business in my life. I was figuring it out. And then I remember they were like, oh, yeah, cool, we'll go and talk about it. And then like 1 or 2 days later, we get on a Zoom, and they essentially kind of sat me down like, Adam, we don't want to give up the farm. Like, we don't really want you in it. You can obviously give us a price and you do the work and this and that.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've taken such a pay cut to work with you to roll the dice. Because that's what it seems to be for me as entrepreneurship, is rolling that dice and seeing what happens.
Yeah.
And I rolled it, and I took the pay cut. I did the work. I drove wherever we needed to go, like 3 hours away, make sure I was there in London to do the training and all this stuff, be on there for hours to train people. And then they turned around and said, we don't want to give you a percentage, but we'll do it. And I thought, nah, it really hurt, but in a good way, because that needed to happen. Because the next day straight after that call, I called an accountant that I knew of and just said, right, set me up a marketing company. It's going to be called BAM Media Marketing, and I'm going to launch.
Where did BAM come from?
Because back in the day, I put BAM in my middle name, so it was Adam BAM Prioletti, and just had it there through uni. And then when I was making TikTok content, like in the early days, 2018, 2019, making online content, and then I was in that recruitment job, people would find me online, and then they'd talk about it in the interview, and I kind of thought, I need to separate myself, have an online presence and have a me presence. So it was BAM. Adam BAM was my online profile.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, BAM Media Marketing. Why not? Because BAM Media was taken, so it had to be BAM Media Marketing. And then I launched it, and then the rest is history.
And how long did it take before you started seeing clients come in?
I learned a harsh lesson in that first few months, because it just been COVID.
Yeah.
And I thought, what kind of clients am I going to go for? I thought, I like the gym, so why don't I call gyms? And then I market for them, because I know how to market on TikTok and make content. And I got a list of 500, like CSV of 500 gyms in London and everywhere like that, and just started dialing. Picked up the phone, started cold calling, and I got about 2 or 3 meetings out of it. But after I got the meeting and was going through the process, they essentially said, we haven't got any money.
Yeah.
And then somebody came to me that was a lead that was just warm, transferred over type of thing. And they said, oh, would you run ads for me? And I thought, yeah, right, I'll just do it. I'll run the ads for you. Started running those ads, and they started working. I thought, okay.
Yeah.
I can see the result now. I can see how this works. Then just started taking on clients from there. And then that's when one of the organic clients wanted to do some ads for the e-commerce. And I thought, okay, had to learn about e-commerce very quickly.
Yeah.
Because lead gen and e-commerce, 2 different things.
So it was organics first.
So yeah, this is my journey.
Further.
We've gone through organic.
Yeah.
Then we go into paid lead gen. And then we go into e-commerce. And it's, for me, I think that's a really good segue into, because with lead gen, there's only so much you can do when they're a brick and mortar business because they only have a targeted range they can actually go for.
Sure.
But then they also have a risk of being at capacity because there's only so much you can fill someone's diary. Whereas then when you move to e-commerce, you actually get a much better ROI because you can show we've spent this and it's UK wide and you can receive this much back. But that had to be a very steep learning curve.
Of course.
Because going from lead gen where it's quite contained to e-commerce where now, and ads were easier back then, man.
Yeah, service base is very much different, but
well, and that's it. And ads, I think, as time has gone on, because we had the iOS update in 2021, which meant that tracking just kind of went out the window. It used to be super accurate and then was lost. And then it's just e-commerce clients are hard to find. So I had to think, right, how do I find these people? And the answer was networking. Networking, referrals, they were the best ways that I found to find clients for the
I suppose a lot of the time now, people who start e-commerce businesses, a lot of them go in there with either a marketing team or marketing experience when they start it, would you say? So then either they do it in-house or they are a kind of, I suppose there's clients out there, but...
Yeah. So e-commerce seems to be, you start it if you're dabbling in the dropshipping area. And you pivot it into a brand.
Yes.
But that's when, so I was doing the e-commerce as a main focus. It was working really well. And I thought, great, this is cool. And then I thought, we're doing this for all these other brands. And this is when I started speaking to my brother Jake back in 2023, I think it was, 22 or 23. I said, oh, do you want to come on board with me for like a few months? And we'll just figure this out together. And that's when he came on board. And we kind of just were thrown in the deep end. Like the amount of revenue I was making, I was trying to think, right, how can I make sure I pay for both of us and then still pay for other things like learning how to do dropshipping. But when you've got the e-commerce experience doing dropshipping, it's kind of similar, but also different because you've got an established brand and then you're trying from ground zero. So we spent quite a lot of money learning how to do the dropshipping process. And then after we had good success with dropshipping, one of our early products just went from like nothing to then boom. And that's when I started posting about it publicly. And then we started going down the route of coaching and teaching people dropshipping.
Dropship is a great way because you got to learn so many skills.
You have to, there's so much to it, isn't there?
There's a lot to it, and it kind of then opens up then for you to be an expert in a few of those fields. But to be an expert in every single one of those fields that you need for dropshipping is difficult. You get by and you can, do what you need to do. But being an expert in every single one of those categories you need to know in dropshipping, there's a lot to it.
There is and if you meet someone that has gone and they've had success in dropshipping, they have some skill. They need to know if they've done it by themselves, if they've had a team around them and stuff.
Setting up choosing a product, choosing a distributor, building a website, doing your organics, you'll probably just go straight, ads obviously, but then what angles to do on the ads, what content you're going to use, what hooks you're going to use. There's a lot to it.
There is so much to it, and hats off to people that are solopreneurs doing the dropshipping or e-commerce side.
But I think the people that come out the other side of dropshipping is not a long-term game. Realistically, for some people it is, but I think most people will obviously learn dropshipping and then move into like building a brand.
Yep, absolutely. You have to.
Yeah, it's a hard game. It's a hard slog dropshipping, but it teaches you quick.
Yeah, and you get burnt quite a lot. I remember there was this one time we had 40 orders and we started getting emails from customers saying, oh, where's my order? Where's my order? And then we checked with the supplier and they were like, oh, we're really sorry. We actually haven't sent these out. And obviously a dropshipping product, it comes from China. So then you've got the whole lead time of them having a packet, put it into it'd be shipping, I suppose they'd do. They wouldn't give you air freight for free. But then you have to send that out, then wait, and then you have to apologise to the customer, potentially lose. If you lose a sale in dropshipping, you lose the cost of that product, the cost of the sale, plus the ad spend that you spent, and then just it ruins you. And then after me and my brother kind of parted ways, I went back to focusing on the marketing agency. And then we get to 2025 where I'm like, cool, this is great. I can see AI's coming and it's really going to disrupt this industry. And that's when I think, you gave me the call when I'm thinking, so funny you've given me this call. And that brings us to present day where now I put in for the Canada visa in like June, July, and it was completely on a whim.
Yeah.
And it came back and like on the day.
It did come quick, yeah.
I put in for the Canada visa on the Monday. I think it was a Monday. I'm not sure. But anyway, it came that evening. Yeah, it came that evening. And then I messaged you about it. And you were like, mate, if they've done that, like it's just
done.
You're
it's pretty
fine.
Easy. Yeah, the IC is obviously just a super nice, easy visa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's it. Now we're here in Canada.
Now we are here.
Just figuring it all out. Setting up the business. We're going to, obviously need to figure out the incorporation today.
Yep.
And go from there, mate. So it's kind of exciting times. Very exciting times.
It is indeed. Well, I mean, we've had some good, interesting. We'll go maybe through a couple of projects. Like one of the good ones we've had that I really enjoyed, and we were having a bit of a toss up. Which route do we go? I suppose because I'd say our top couple of projects maybe that I've really enjoyed were the voice receptionist.
Mm-hmm.
That is one that I really enjoy
and super powerful.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
like that. And we've done the DM automation for another brand.
Yeah.
That's obviously because what they wanted to do. So problem that they were having was they had a VA going through, but obviously the VA, English is a second language, but also they're not trained in sales.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to push people down a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we created an AI that will do that for them.
Yeah. Well, that one's good because the AI looks at their intent, sees where they are in the funnel, and then can message back. So it's obviously going through the testing phase now because we got the live data on. You can only do so much testing before you push things live.
It's funny.
But it's done so well.
I saw I was asking them the conversion rate just now. And they popped it back. It's around about a 16% conversion rate.
Sweet.
That's huge.
That's sweet.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So a conversion rate in your DMs to be there.
60% is sweet.
And it's a £150 product as well.
Yeah.
So that's a big...
Yeah.
But I didn't think it would be that high, to be honest. I was quite
it's
skeptical.
Good. Yeah, well, like we said earlier, we'll now it's been there for a couple of weeks, we can go for the data, analyze it, see what can be improved, go from there, maybe. Yeah, the AI receptionist and the DM, both sweet. So it'd be interesting. Sorry, go for it.
No, I was actually saying I like the AI receptionist. I really like that one as well because it's
super powerful. It's actually like it's just a thing is everyone is obviously scared of AI.
Yep.
And there's a big buzz around AI. Most people think AI is just an LLM that you can just message back and forward, which is fair enough because that's what it's based around, data and predicting the next word or letter. But for an AI receptionist, it's so easy to implement into a business and it's so powerful for like small to medium businesses because it just means that they haven't got to consistently answer the phone. And so many, it's just such a great product and super happy to, 1, test more, 2, get it in the right hands of people, and 3, I'm just excited to test that on more businesses and use it as a product.
Well, my favorite thing about it is I'm just going to talk through what it actually does, just so
sure.
Because I think people hear AI and business owners or trades, services, whoever who don't use it are a little bit scared of it because it's something brand new. But the example in the one that we done recently has a hot tub company, or I say hot tub company, has a hot tub cleaning business, right? A spa cleaning business.
Yeah, successful business in New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So he gets the phone calls and usually he's on a job, he's trying to take the phone calls, do the work. It's kind of like a one-man band at the moment, right? And he doesn't have enough leads coming in to then be able to bring on somebody new. So this is where it can really be super helpful because if you get calls, now what happens is we set it up so that it does like a delay. So
he'll ring his phone and then there's an opportunity to decline the call or it'll just forward to the AI.
So you do get like a 10 to 15 second lead time depending on the country because every country is different with their diversions.
Yeah, exactly, with the SIM card, yeah.
But what happens is they get a phone call, you can either take the call or decline it and it will go to the AI or let it ring out and it will go to the AI.
Yeah.
What happens is you're talking to almost like a super employee. It's already trained on what questions it needs to ask. So it takes you out of the equation and you can just...
Yeah. Well, one of the cool feature we set up on that was actually it would, the business would then put in a spreadsheet who's a current client and we could route the AI, if their current client, it will just give them a quick, hey, he's busy right now, give us a summary of what you need. And then, that'll send him a notification saying, hey, someone just spoke to the AI. Or if they're a new customer, it goes through all the questions, everything that he needs. Because otherwise what happens is, one, you've missed a call. If you haven't got the AI and you can't answer the phone, you missed a call. They've also got to ring them back and find out all the information they want. And one, they may have gone with someone else already, because generally a lot of people will try and ring someone. If there's no point of contact, they'll move on to someone else.
They'll move on. If I'm in need, I need a plumber, I want to talk to somebody now.
Exactly.
And if I can't get hold of you, I'm going to move on.
But even we're finding, even speaking to an AI, as long as there's a touch point and they know that they have the details, people are waiting around, because not even waiting around, but they feel like they've been heard and listened to. And then if they do make that contact back, one, the business has all the information now, so it's just a quick phone call, schedule it in, and I think the manual, we're going from the AI to the manual close for a lot of these businesses works better than trying to do just an AI close.
Yeah, absolutely. And it depends on the business, I think. So in that situation, gets a phone call, lets it go to the AI, whether he's busy or not, doesn't matter. And even at 6 p.m, say he even said yesterday, we were just catching up with him and saying, how was the AI?
Yeah, he's stoked.
He's absolutely stoked. He's not getting rid of that. He loves the thing.
He does.
But he gets the phone call, it asks him all the questions, and then it sends him a message to say, new leads come in, this is the problem, this is where it is, this, give him a contact on this number or this email. And then he's able to just look at that and go, right, cool. When I've got 10 minutes to sit down and make these phone calls back, I've got a hot lead ready to go. Gives him a call and sets up the job. Can you do this time? Obviously, we can go to next stages and book it in, but
we can go to the next stage and obviously make it to allow people to schedule in. I think we're finding a lot of people want to dip their toe in first, see how good the AI is, and two, if they can trust it, because once they see it actually working, they're okay, this thing can actually really work, and then you can then they're more open to implementing more systems for their business, which is, sweet. The thing is, obviously there is a lot of commotion and doom about AI, but what we're finding is that actually customer service is actually way better for businesses.
Yeah, so much better.
People feel more heard. They feel it's changing the game of how businesses just deal with customers.
It is speed to lead.
Yeah,
Robbie, it's speed to lead. It's how quickly can you get hold of that customer when they need you.
Yeah,
it's just making you and yourself available immediately,
but without the time.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. Yes, it's exciting times.
It really is, and I think just like we've seen with him, he ain't getting rid of it.
No.
Like, he loves it. He's there, like, well, we spoke to him yesterday, and he was saying, I love it. It's flexible. It's like I've got someone else in the business with me. It's like I could put my phone down at 6 o'clock and I know I can spend the time doing what I want and not having to worry that I'm missing calls.
Yeah. I'd like to say, I think the main thing he loves is like there's a buffer between him and the customers, which is nice because it makes him feel like he's a bigger company, but then it also makes sure that the customer gets a touch point, and then everyone's a winner.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's exciting times. So we've set up our ads, we've set up a whole lead form, etc. for us. So that's out and running at the moment.
Yep.
And we've also got other ways that we're...
Yeah, it was a good whiteboarding session today. Super excited to move on to stage 2.
Yep, absolutely. Obviously, we'll give everybody updates about how this journey goes for us on building the business. But I think this is just the first. It's coming. It's coming. Like my lovely reveals in meetings.
It's actually deluxe.
I've got something
like
for you.
Yeah.
And it's going to
come. Just wait 15 minutes before we finish the rest of the conversation.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, I'm super glad, super stoked I'm here. And now we've got, we're sorted, got a place for a little while, and it gives us
beautiful
time
house,
to this place is beautiful.
Yeah.
You lucked out on it. And it just gives us some space, some time. And now we can build. And yeah, I think if anyone's interested in finding out a little bit more, obviously you can subscribe to this channel, but then also you can check us out on Instagram. So adam.prioletti for me. And what's your handle on Instagram?
I don't know the answer to that. Let me look into it.
Not a social media guy,
I'm not very social media, no, but I'm here.
Well, I'm blessed that you've actually felt comfortable enough to sit down in front of the camera for a little bit.
Not too bad.
it's not too bad. It's all right when you get comfortable in front of it.
Of course.
Yeah. But it will give us good opportunity to keep everyone updated with the process. And if anyone's obviously interested, you can drop us a message, either a DM or fill in one of our forms and see what AI can do for you. Because now, if you don't get on it now, you will be playing catch up, guaranteed. It's coming. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's coming. But I guarantee you, when you use it effectively, it's just so much better for you.
I think that's the thing. A lot of people hear about it and they don't think it's reliable. But it's super reliable. It's built properly.
Oh, absolutely. When you do it right.
Yeah. So.
And with our experience, me with all my marketing and programming background, you with your website SEO and programming background, we're a force, man.
Let's see what we can do.